breaking news now into our newsroom, coming to us from the Supreme Court. I want to get right to NBC's justice correspondent Pete Williams. We also have former acting Solicitor General and NBC News legal analyst Neil Katyal. Pete, let me start with you. This is a big decision on this census case that the Trump administration had before the court, right?
Right. This was the president's plan announced over the summer to have the Census Bureau report two separate figures to him. One, the total count of the population, and the other, a count of people who are here in the United States who are undocumented immigrants, which would allow the president to subtract that undocumented total from the entire total and then report that to Congress. And that would have the effect of reducing congressional representation for states with large immigrant populations, and it could also endanger the amount of federal money that the states get in these grant programs that are based on total population. This was challenged by a number of groups, immigrant groups and states, who said that this was basically a naked effort by the Trump administration to deprive them of political power at the expense of, say, more rural western parts of the country. But today, the Supreme Court has dismissed the challenge to this. What the Supreme Court says here in an unsigned opinion, this is a 6-3 vote with Breyer, Sotomayor, and Kagan dissenting. The Supreme Court says it's just too soon to know exactly how this is going to work, how much damage would be done. It was clear when this case was argued earlier this month, actually late November, the last day in November, that the government wasn't even sure it could do this, that it could even get a number to the president, and it certainly couldn't do it by the end of the month when it's due under the law. So what the Supreme Court has said here is that the challenge is too speculative. Nobody knows whether this can be done. Nobody knows what kind of damage it could do, and for that reason, the court has dismissed the challenge. The dissenters say, you know well enough what the effect would be. The policy is clearly unconstitutional. Now, in dismissing the case, the court goes out of its way to say, we're not saying anything about who we think is right or wrong or whether this plan would be unconstitutional. The argument is it was unconstitutional because the Supreme Court says that you have to count basically every person, and that has always meant everybody here in the country. And no census has ever tried to undercount by not reporting the number of heads that they count. So the Supreme Court has basically tossed this out. It leaves the door open for these states and immigrant groups to try again if this policy actually comes to fruition. But it may not. The time may run out for the Trump administration to do this, and I think it's pretty clear that the Biden administration would not give these kinds of numbers to Congress. But the apportionment has to be done. The figures have to go to Congress so they can figure out how many seats each state gets in the House of Representatives.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.